All females test men either consciously or subconsciously. Okay. You could dump your girl right now for testing you. Your next girl's going to do it too. Okay. So you got to learn how to do it. And you got to recognize tests for what they are. Okay. You got to understand that sarcasm, criticism, or attempts to provoke are often unconscious challenges to your frame. Right. And like I said, all women test men either consciously or subconsciously. This comes from their evolutionary psychology. They need to know that you are the strong masculine man they think you are, and that you're congruent, and that you'll be, a good provider and protector, and that they can trust your leadership. The only way they can know for sure is by testing your frame. And if her tests don't phase you, that's actually going to build attraction. She's going to go, okay, no, he's the guy. He's the guy. He can handle my whamming bullshit, right? It's not done to be shitty. She's not testing to be a shitty person. She's testing to see if you have your shit together. Do you understand? So handling shit tests. So you got to reinforce self-control, right? Passing these tests by staying composed reinforces your frame and shows you're not easily swayed. The two best ways that I recommend of handling shit tests are agree and amplify and act indifferent. If you guys want more information on what that means, get my first book, Everything I Wish I Knew When I Was 18. Frame and personal identity. So a solid frame helps individuals maintain their identity even when there's pressure to change or conform. A big thing that women tend to do with guys, right, is they'll get with a bad boy. They'll get with a guy. He's a little rough around the edges, but that's what attracted her in the first place. And then she tries to slowly change him over time, make him a different guy, soften him up a little bit, change his clothes, all this kind of stuff to make him into a guy she thinks she wants. And then when she succeeds at that, now she's not attracted to you anymore because you let her do that. Right? Now you're not the guy she was originally attracted to, and she's like confused by it. I don't know why. I'm just not attracted to this guy anymore. He's a total beta loser who he wears polo shirts now, and he used to wear leather jackets. I don't understand. Well, you did that to him. But he let that happen to himself because he didn't have that solid frame that that maintained his identity. He allowed his wife to change him, and that's what, like, she loses respect when she's able to change you, right? Empowering self-worth. So frame reinforces a person's sense of self-worth, ensuring that they don't compromise values or needs for others. And then you have authenticity in relationships. So a strong frame encourages authentic interactions, allowing both individuals to feel seen and respected. That's a big thing, man. A lot of the times, the reason why your girl is acting out and flustered and all in her emotions is because, one, you're not being fully present with her, and two, you're not listening to anything she says, right? She needs to feel heard and understood. If she doesn't feel heard and understood, she's going to close off, right? And be bitchy and moany. And if your girl is like always naggy and bitchy, that's a big warning sign to you. That should be like your bells should be ringing off in your head going, okay, something's off. Something's off. I need to fix something. I'm messing up somehow, right? If you have good frame, you're leading the relationship right, you have good game, you're dicking her down right, you'll find that she's not bitchy or moany or naggy or anything, right? Everything, she's getting her needs met and she's satisfied in the relationship. If she's naggy and bitchy, it means you're not doing something you need to be doing. Okay. Frame as a path to confidence. So developing a strong frame builds self-confidence, enhancing personal resilience and interpersonal effectiveness. And then the impacts on relationships. So as you grow a stronger frame, your relationships evolve to become more healthier based on mutual respect and trust, right? Basically, she trusts you to set that tone and lead the relationship, and she falls into her natural feminine energy, and she follows your lead, right? She respects you as a leader, and women actually love that. They feel more relaxed. They feel more safe and secure when they don't have to be the one making decisions and leading the relationship, right? And then the last concept here, we have frame as emotional and psychological control. So emotional independence. Holding frame means not allowing others to dictate your emotions, as emphasized by an Eleanor Roosevelt quote. What is the Eleanor Roosevelt quote that he has here? Let's see if I could find it. Let's see here. So Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent, right? No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. It's just like no one can really bother you, right? Get under your skin unless you let them, right? Maintain composure. Frame helps you stay balanced and avoid reacting to provocations and manipulations in emotionally charged situations, right? If your girl's throwing barbs at you and insulting you, if you have good frame and you're not getting caught up in it, you take 3 seconds to respond to her bullshit. You could come from a position of leadership, right? And not react to it. You can say, look, we're not doing insults. We're not doing that. Okay. We don't do that when we argue. Let's keep to the topic. Let's focus on the problem. Right. If she keeps doing it, be like, you know what? We're not having this conversation right now. I'm going to take off. I'm going to go clear my head. I suggest you clear your head. I'll come back in an hour. We can reconvene when you can speak to me like an adult, and then fucking leave, right? Remove your time and attention. But you're doing that from a position of leadership. You're not blasting back, right? You're maintaining frame and you're controlling the situation, right? Personal power and relationships. So by retaining control over your responses, you strengthen your ability to build relationship based on equality and respect. This is one of the biggest things that a lot of guys don't understand, right? There's a reason why I work with men and not men and their wives. It's because when you change the way you respond to your wife, oftentimes she changes her behavior. But a lot of guys, they when people go to marriage counseling, they want the marriage counselor to take their side and point out why their wife why their wife is fucking up, or their wife wants the marriage counselor to join forces with her and point out why you're fucking up, right? And then nothing gets solved because everyone wants to point the finger at the other person. They want the other person to change their behavior. You can't change other people's behavior. All you can do is change your behavior and how you respond to them. But oftentimes, if you change your behavior and how you respond to them, and as a man, you're doing it from a position of leadership, and she'll start naturally falling back to her feminine and responding to your dominant masculine frame, and her behavior will change, right? It's fucking magical. But you can't change her. You can only change yourself. So it's like you've got to learn how to respond to her better, and as opposed to reacting to her. And you'll find that she will change. She'll like 9 times out of 10, she's going to change for the better. But it's all based on the changes that you do for yourself and making yourself a better person and having those better relationship skills.
New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe now.